Together a little louder. Time again. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to this morning, Wednesday morning, Srimad Bhagavatam class, which will be given by none other than His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So this is a recorded class, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, texts 18 and 19. So please kick up your volume so you can hear Srila Prabhupada nicely. And after that, we will have some discussion, takeaways, discussions, questions, as you like. So without further ado, we'll start the class now.
Jnananya Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtyam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Sayang Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sabdantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Jita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupang Shakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathannitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitang Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Sakanitam He Krishna Karuna Sandho Deenabandho Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Mrikhabhanu Sati Devi Pranamami Haripriya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare So Narad Muni is advising Vyasdev Tasaiva heta prajateta kovida. Kovida means intelligent, expert, one who knows things as they are. He's called Kovida. So, one who is intelligent, he should try to achieve that thing which is not available, nalabhate jad brahmatam upajya, which is not available even by wandering up and down. This we have explained in the last meeting, that according to our karma, we are being sometimes elevated to the very high position, and sometimes we are being degraded to become an insignificant creature like ant. This is going on. This point, she can go to the. Yes. This is very disturbing child. Nanu sadharna matradapi karmana pitriloko itisati pitriloko prati palamasteva tatraha tasyeti kovida viveki tasyaiva heta tadathang jatnang kujya jat upari brahmaloka parjantam adha sthavar parjantam brahmadbhi jivai na labhate tattu vishaya sukhamannata eva prachina sakarmana sarvatra narakadapi labhate dukkhavat तथा दुःखं प्रजन्म बिनापि लभ्यते तद्वत् तदुक्तं अप्रार्थितानि दुःखानि यथैवायन्ति दीनां सुखानि अपि तथा मन्ये दैवत्र अतिरिच्यत. So our duty is, as indicated by Narad Muni, our only duty is how to achieve full Krishna consciousness. Other things, there is no need of trying. Actually, I have seen that in India, and everywhere the same case, a person without any education, even without any practically illiterate, I have seen so many merchants, he cannot sign even his name. In Calcutta I have seen practically a Marwari merchant, he has deposited money in the bank, simply he can sign his own name with great difficulty. So he's canvassing, will you kindly write here? But that means the check to be paid to the gentleman, he cannot write. He is asking somebody's help. You write the name of the person whom I can pay, and he will simply sign. If he writes something wrong, he will have to accept. If he writes his own name. So that man is earning millions of dollars, you see. And I have seen also very educated medical man, England returned, MRCP. I am speaking from my practical experience. So he goes to a hospital, big doctor, but I have seen in his house, he has not even a good utensil at home. He's so poor, in spite of so much education and highly qualified England returned doctor. So the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam that tallabhati dukkhavat annata sukham, you don't try for so-called economic development. You cannot have more than what you are destined to get. It is already settled. This living entity, you see, different grades of standard of living condition. So, they are according to the past karma, daivena, daivanetrena, karuna. So, you cannot change that. That nature's law you cannot change. Why you have got varieties of life, varieties of position, varieties of... It is destined. Vishaya khalu sarvatasya. Vishaya, these material enjoyment means eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. This only standard is different. I am eating something, you are eating something. Maybe in my calculation you are eating not very good. In your calculation I am not eating very good. But the eating is same. You are eating, I am eating. So in the material world, the standard of happiness, taking the basic principle, it is all the same. But we have created, this is good standard, that is bad standard, this is very nice, this is very bad. Chaitanya Chaitamrita says, Dvaite Bhadra Bhadra Sakuli Sama. In the material world, this is good, this is bad. Actually, it is the same thing. As it is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Shitosna Sukha Dukkhada. It is due to the skin that we are sometimes feeling warm and sometimes feeling cold. But the material nature is the same. Similarly, our feelings of happiness and distress is just like feeling the warmth and, I am to say, chilly, cold, due to the skin, due to this body. Actually, there is no happiness in the material. Krishna says, Dukkhalam asasam. This place is full of misery. Full of misery. How you can make it happy? So Chaitanya Charitamrita also says that Dvaite Bhadra Bhadra Sakuli Saman. In this material world, it is our mental creations. This is happiness, this is distress. Actually, it is all distress. After all, we have to die. After all, we have to finish this business. So what is happiness or distress? Bhagavad also says that don't bother yourself to make yourself happy by working day and night hard without trying for Krishna consciousness. This is simply waste of time. There is no question of happiness in this material world. If you actually want to be happy, Anandamaya Bhyasat, if you want to be blessed in real happiness, that is Krishna consciousness. Tassaiva heta prajati takovida nalabhate. So this chance we have got in this human form of life, I can execute the business of Krishna consciousness very nicely. In other form of life, I cannot do that. Even if I try, it is not possible. Like the dog cannot, because it is not a human being. But we can, because we are. So why should we lose this chance? Tassaiva heta prajati. Navaijano jatu kathanchanat brajan mukunda se bhi annavad anga sangsiti smaran mukundangri upagrihan puna vihatam icchenna rasagraho jana. Krishna consciousness is so nice that he once adopted, he will not degrade like ordinary man. This is stated here clearly. Navai jano jatu katanchana abrajet mukundo sevi arnavad others, as they have become a tool in the hands of material nature. A Krishna conscious person, because he has surrendered to Krishna, he is not under the jurisdiction of material nature. Mamivaja prapadante mahamidang thanti. So, whole stress is being given that you preach Krishna consciousness. If somewhere or other, the three verses are stressing that even if he falls down, there is no harm. Preach to take Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says like that, Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna padesha. Whomever you meet, you simply try to make him convince or try to preach him the importance of Krishna consciousness. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somewhere or other, if he takes to Krishna consciousness, then his life becomes successful. Jaduktang jatra kava abhadra abhudamusya kintad upapadayati mukunda sevijana kadachit kathanchana kujoning gatopi samsuting na brajed na vished. Siddhar Swami says, Mukunda sevi. Mukunda, Krishna's another name is Mukunda. Muk means liberation, mukti. So, and ananda. So, Krishna can give you liberation from this distressful, miserable condition of material existence and give you transcendental pleasure. Therefore, his another name is Mukunda. So Mukunda Sevi, Sevi means one who is engaged in the service of Mukunda, Krishna. Siddhar Swami says that Mukunda Seviva Jana Kadachit Kathanchana Kujoning Gatopi Sangsiting Na Brajet. Even Mukunda Sevi, by chance, there is chance, just like Bharat Maharaj. He began Krishna consciousness, but by chance, he, at the time of death, he was too much affectionate with a deer cub, and he became a deer in the next life. So, although it is degraded life, still he did not forget that for this reason I have become now deer. So he was very cautious. He was keeping company, just like here we have got dogs, they are keeping company with devotees. That is very nice. His dog life also becoming perfect. It may be some pious man, somehow or other it has become dog. Now Krishna has given them the association of the devotees. He is eating prasadam, he is hearing, chanting, he is giving some service to the devotee, so they are not in vain. They are not in vain. They are acquiring. So, Mukunda Sevi, similarly, anyone who has taken to Krishna consciousness, even if he falls down, generally he does not, but even taking for accepted that he somehow or other he falls down, still he will not have to suffer like others. Just like here the animals, under the protection of the devotees, at least he has no fear of his life. No devotee will kill. Here the cows, the horse, the dog, they are assured of their life. They are not like ordinary dogs. They are not ordinary cows. Therefore it is said, Siddhar Swami says, Mukunda Sevi, even if he is degraded, he is not degraded as ordinary man. He is not degraded as Mukunda Sevi, na brajet angaha. Annavat kevala karmanisthavat iti vaidhanma distya. Just like the other karmis, they are, according to their karma, they are given birth in a specific species of life. So, their case, a devotee's case is different. Kuta ittataha mukundangre upa guhanam alinganam punasmaran vihatung nechet jatayang jana rasagraha rasena rasiyana griyate. Just like we see sometimes, the other day, the boy, Jairam, he went away. Again he came. We have got experience that many boys, they go away, but they cannot find out, just like I received many letters from Jai Govinda when he was in India, that he's missing the company of devotee God brothers. He's missing. So there is a feeling. Anyone who has associated with Krishna consciousness, I mean to say association, he cannot forget rasagrahajan. Here he said it. The smaran mukundangri upagrinam puna vihatum icchenna. Vihatum meant to give up. He may fall down by Maya's influence for time being, but he cannot give it up. This is the sign. He cannot give. Just like the example is given, just like hot sugar juice. It is very nice. Because it is hot, one is feeling uncomfortable to take it, but because it is sweet, it cannot give it. Hot sugar juice. Similarly, this Krishna consciousness is so nice that if somebody becomes attracted by some kind of Maya's influence, still he does not like to give up this Krishna consciousness like others. This is the specific qualification of a Krishna conscious person. Smaran mukundangri upagrinang puna, one who has chanted Hare Krishna, he cannot give it up. Cannot give it up. He has to come again. This life or next life, Krishna will not leave him. Krishna once surrendered sincerely. Krishna, I am yours. Krishna will never leave him. He will protect you. But if he had become little stronger, then there is no question of falling down. Rasagga rasena rasiyana griyate vasikriyate. Krishna vasikriyate. Vasikriyate means hypnotize. It is so nice that one becomes hypnotized. Otherwise, why the boys are working so hard? They are all qualified. They can earn money outside. In your country, a sufficient money is paid for work, but they are hypnotized here. So Krishna is so nice, yes. He is all attractive. He hypnotizes his devotee. In spite, just like the Pandavas. The Pandavas, they were Krishna's friend. Arjuna was friend, all the brothers. Arjuna was very intimate friend. But other brothers, 4 brothers, they are also Krishna's friend. And Kunti, the Pandava's mother, she happened to be the aunt of Krishna. So they were well established in relation with Krishna. But as a result, they were banished for 12 years. They lost the game, so they were banished. And their wife, Draupadi, was insulted. They could not insult her, but they tried to insult her. They tried to make her naked in the assembly. And they lost their kingdom, and they were banished for 12 years. So Narad met Krishna, his devotee. He could speak Krishna with little criticism. My dear sir, Krishna, by becoming your devotee, the Pandavas are very happy. They have lost their kingdom, their wife is insulted, and now they are banished for 12 years. So, it is very good thing. But the wonderful thing I see, that in spite of all these inconveniences, they have increased their love for him. So, Narada is astonished. What kind of hypnotism you do, I do not know. In spite of being placed in so much inconveniences, their love for you has increased. That is the position of Mandava. This is Krishna consciousness. Tattenukampa susamiksamana. The devotee, pure devotee, if they are put into difficulty, they take it, it is Krishna's grace. It is Krishna's grace. Tattenukampa susamiksamana bunyana evatma kritam vipakam. They take it in this way. Krishna, I was to suffer 100 times more than this due to my bad activities in my past life, but you are giving me a little out of it. So it is your grace. So devotee never takes in any. Therefore, Narayana para sarve na kutasya vibhati. One who has become Narayana para, Krishna conscious, is never afraid of any condition of life. Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says, Jasmin sthite, na dukkhena vichalati. If one is situated in Krishna consciousness, then he is never disturbed. Guruna api dukkhena. If he is put in the severest type of difficulty, he is never. Just see the pandams. That is the effect of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Narada is trying to convince Vasudev that you preach Krishna consciousness. Whatever you have so far written books, they are useless. Now you write something, by reading which one will become immediately Krishna conscious. Shadya Ridhi Aburiddhati. In the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that Srimad Bhagavatam is so nice that simply by reading, immediately one can capture the Supreme Lord within his heart. Shraddha Ridhi Avaruddhate Susubhi Tatkhanat. Tatkhanat means immediately. Provided if he is little willing. That's all. Susubhi. That is the word. So our whole program is that Krishna is very kind, always kind upon us. But we have to become little willing to take Krishna's favor. That is what is the example my Guru Maharaj used to give. A very nice example, I remember. Just like here is a well. Somebody has fallen down. He is crying, please get me up, get me up, get me up. Now if somebody drops a tight, strong rope and ask him, all right, you catch this rope tightly, I'll get you up. And if he says, no, that I cannot, then how will be saved? That much endeavor he must have to catch the rope. Then he will be lifted immediately. Similarly, Krishna says that Sarvadanman Paritajya Mamekang Saranam Vraja. So we have to do that. Simply to surrender unto. Then everything is there. That is the only. Because now the rope is there. Now you have to catch. Now if you don't use your independence to catch it, then how can you expect to be lifted? That much you have to do. Because you are living. You are not a dead stone. You have got the independence. Therefore you have to capture Krishna. And Krishna will do everything. Then Krishna will do everything. Simply you have to capture that. Krishna, from this day I am yours. Whatever you like, you do. Just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Manasa deha geha jo kichu mora otpunu tugapade Nanda Kishora. Krishna's another name is Nanda Kishore. Krishna has thousands and thousands of names. But this word Krishna is the original name, the exact name. All attract. So here Nanda Kishora. Nanda Kishora means the young boy of Maharaj Nanda. Nanda. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur addressing my dear Nanda Kishore, young boy or a young child or young son of Nanda Maharaj, Manasa Dehaga, my mind, my body, my family, Manasa Dehaga, jo kichu, whatever I think this is mine. Because we are conditioned soul, I and mine, this is our disease. So whatever I am thinking, it is mine. First of all, this body is mine, or the home, the family, that is mine. So, manasa dehaga yoga, whatever I have got in my position, now I am surrendered unto you. Ot pinitu apade nanda kishora. This is surrender. So I am giving unto you. My family, my home, my body, my mind, everything. Ot pinitu apade nanda. Now whatever you like, you do. That is a very nice song. So we have to do that. Then Krishna will take care. That's all. The same example. You will simply have to capture the rope. Then he will be lifted immediately. So, here it is said that a Krishna conscious person, even if he is fallen down, he is not so degraded. Siddhar Swami here quotes a verse from Bhagavad Gita. It is nice. Jatate sa tato bhuya samsiddhau kurunandana pudbhabhyasena tenaiva hiyate jabasopi sa. Just like so many boys and girls come to our association, just like somebody forcing him. You just remain in this association. That is Krishna's grace. That means in their past life, they had been Krishna conscious. Somehow or other it was not fulfilled. Now again the chance is being given. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, that jatati tato bhuya samsiddhau. The percentage up to which he finished in his last birth, that is not lost, that is there. 50% or 40%, 30%, whatever one executed in the last birth. Now, next, this birth, unwillingly or by force, by Krishna's force, he will have to accept. Again, Krishna consciousness. Just like Billamangal Thakur. I think I have several times spoken about Billamangal Thakur. The Billamangal Thakur, he raised himself in his previous life to the Bhava Bhakti. Bhava Bhakti means always feeling for Krishna. That is the prior stage of loving Krishna, Bhava Bhakti. So he, in his previous life, he was raised, but somehow or other he fell down. But it is assured, Suchinang Simatangehi Yoga Bhrasya Sanjayate. Even such Krishna conscious person falls down, he is given chance to take birth in nice Brahmin family or Suchi, pure family and rich family. So Billamangal Thakur was a very rich man. He was born in a very rich Brahmin family. And he was addicted to prostitute. By some or other, he had some inclination like that, so he could not finish Krishna consciousness. He fallen down. But at an opportune moment, he got again the Krishna consciousness. How is that? The incident is that he was performing the Sadha ceremony of his father, but he had a girlfriend, prostitute. He wanted to go there very quickly, so somehow or other he finished and he wanted to go there, but on the road he found that it was very heavily raining and he had to cross the river, so he did everything and he the prostitute was, she thought that Billamangal is not coming today, it is so much raining. So when she saw that Billamangal is at the door, she was astonished. She said, Billamangal, how did you come here? Like in this raining, torrents of raining. There he disclosed everything, that how he cast one dead body in the river, and then he crossed the river, then he jumped over the wall. So she was astonished, and she simply said, oh, this much affection if you would have with Krishna, how would have been, your life would have been nice. Immediately it was, oh, Krishna immediately left everything. Immediately left everything and went to Vrindavan. So, Krishna is so nice. Just at the right point will remain. Jatati cha tato. Here is Bhagavad Gita. Jatati cha tato vya samsiddhu krishna. Puddhabhyasena. He was accustomed. So immediately remain. Immediately. So these are the, facilities for Krishna consciousness, and this is the only business one should take. These all other things simply waste of time. That is the instruction of Narada. Narada is the spiritual master, original spiritual master of the whole Vaishnava sect. So he is giving the right direction. That don't try for anything else. Don't think that you'll be happy this way or that way. Never. Whatever happiness, distress, there is water. So example is given here that tallabhati dukkhava. Nobody expects a calamity or distress, but sometimes calamity overcomes us. Similarly, you should not, try for any artificial happiness. Whatever Krishna gives you, be satisfied. That was the basic principle of Vedic civilization. Nobody was trying to make any artificial economic development, no. The whole history of India is like that. They are satisfied, all right. Even now, the mass of people, in 1942, there was famine, people were dying. Still, they were saying, all right, Krishna has given us, God has given us. That was the mentality. So, our main business is how to improve Krishna consciousness. We should not divert our attention in any other material condition of improvement. That is actually not improvement, it is simply illusion that I am making improvement. What improvement? Suppose you are earning now, say $500 per month. If you earn, say, $5 million, then what? Will you eat more than 4 chapatis? You need the same 4 chapatis. And you'll occupy the same 6-feet bed. You may acquire the whole property of West Virginia. But you'll have to lie down on 6 feet. That's all. And you'll have to eat 4 chapatis. So this is mine. I'm improving. What you are improving? You'll not be taller, you'll not be great eater, nothing of the sort. Whatever you have already, you'll have. So the same thing. You see? So, tadeva bhagavan lila pradhanena anuvarnaya ityuktang tatra bhagavan ka cha tasya lila iti apekkhama idang bhagavan eva satu asmat itaraha. So, Narad Rishi, Narad Muni says, you just try to describe the glories of Krishna. And what is that? The question may be, then how shall I glorify him? He says, idam tu vishang bhagavan vetara. You study everything and dovetail with Krishna. Idam, this world, this cosmic manifestation. Idam jagat. Jagat means this cosmic manifestation. Idam, this. Bhagavan. It is Krishna. That means try to preach or try to teach the people in general that everything belongs to Krishna, everything is manifestation of Krishna's energy. But not impersonalist. The impersonalist view is that everything is Krishna. That is their material way of thinking. Just like if you take a big paper and cut into pieces, and the pieces are distributed, strewn over, then the original paper is lost. So their theory is, if Krishna is everything, Krishna has expanded in this world, in cosmic manifestation, then Krishna has no form, separate form. That is their theory. But the Vedic injunction is, no, it is not like that. Purnasya purnamadaya purnameva avasishyate. Krishna is so full that even Krishna expands million times. He still is the same thing. Krishna. That is Krishna. Krishna is person. And even he expands Krishna in many ways. Parasa Sakti Vividaiva Sriyate. This is the fine philosophy. One has to understand how Krishna, in spite of his being a person, his person without any doubt, he has expanded in so many universes, so many manifestations. Yes. So this morning I was working, I was talking with Devananda, how Krishna expands. It's a common sense affair. Just like a small seed in a fruit. That seed, you sow, it becomes a big tree. And from that big tree, again, millions of fruits come out. And again, from that each fruit, there are millions of trees. We can see the potencies. Even in our material existence, we see so much potencies in everything. Why not Krishna's potencies? We see the sunshine, the potency of the sun. The sunshine is spread all over and everything is existing on the sunshine. Even the sunshine has got so much potential that we can experience. And how much potential is Krishna, who is the creator of the sun also? Jatchakshure sasavita sagalagrahana raja samasta suramutya sisatija. So, we have to study like that. Everything is Krishna's expansion. Just like the fire is situated in one place. But here, just like here is a fireplace. But if there is fire, the heat will be experienced upstairs and here and on the other side. Similarly, Krishna, although his person is situated, Goloka eva nivasati, he is enjoying that in Goloka Vrindavan. By his energy, he is expanded. This is simple truth. Any man with common sense, you can experience. So Vasudev is teaching Narad Muni, idam vishang bhagavan Isharat prapancha na pritha. This world is not different from Krishna. No prithak. Prithak means different. The world is not. But that does not mean Krishna has lost his personality. This is the difference between Mahabharata philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy. But Mahabharata philosophy is, if the whole cosmic creation is God, then where is God? Again, separately. That is their poor fund of knowledge. That is God, who expanding himself in so many ways, still he remains as he is. That is God. Otherwise, how is God? It is a material thing. He, by expanding, he loses his identity, then it is material. And the material sense that we experience, the same example, you take one big paper and cut into pieces and throw it, the original paper is lost. That is material. But, and the Ishopanishad, we hear, the Purnasya Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamada Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avasisyate. Just like when Krishna was sporting on this earth as cowherd's boy, Brahma became doubtful. How is that? Krishna has become a cowherd's boy here. So he wanted to test whether he is Krishna. So he sifted all the cows and cowherds boys from the pasturing ground, and again he saw that millions times the same cow boys and cows and cowherds boys are present there. So that is Krishna. He can expand. Brihatyat Bingonatyat. Brahma means he can expand unlimitedly. And he can sink also to the minute. Just like we are, very minute. We are also part and parcel. And this cosmic manifestation is also part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore he is called Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. So, in this way we have to study to become Krishna conscious. Everything is there. Simply we have to become little serious. Then we can understand what is this world, what is Krishna, what we are, how they have expanded, how this world is created. Everything, all answers are there. It is not a sentiment that we are accepting something by sentiment. All reasons, all philosophy, arguments are there. We shall discuss by and by. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So thank you for listening. Again, we've had so many instructions and so much realizations and so much comparison by Srila Prabhupada's lecture. So there has to be some takeaways from you, and please unmute yourself and get started with takeaways and questions and discussions to make this even more lively. Hare Krishna. So are there any? One can unmute and start
Mother
now.
Geeta is speaking. She's going to speak. I'm excited.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Mother.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, August to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, go to the Prabhupada.
Really missed all of your presentation. I'm back now.
Mother, we missed you more.
But I had a very transcendental week in Baltimore. So from all the lectures that I'm hearing of Srila Prabhupada, it can probably be summarized in one sentence, which Srila Prabhupada repeated today also, is that our duty is to become fully Krishna conscious. Don't need to try anything else. So that's the summary. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. Yes, our duty to become Krishna conscious. And so many examples that he gave pointed to that. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for bringing it up. Anybody else wants to comment? You can do that now.
Yes, that was a very nice point by Mother Geeta. Absolutely, because when Mother Geeta was, capsuling the whole thing, of all of Prabhupada's lectures, and it's so true, is that's our duty. Srila Prabhupada gave so many examples, and I think one example that I really liked how he used the word hypnotize, that we get hypnotized by so many things in the material world. And then he was saying in America, in your country, people get hypnotized by money. So he was using the word hypnotize in a sense to make us really understand that we are being hypnotized knowingly and unknowingly. I think it's more unknowingly than knowingly. We are so hypnotized that we just get so caught. We get so caught up when we don't even know that we've been carried away, which I feel personally pulls us away from our duty of becoming Krishna conscious. So that was one point that really stuck out for me, is how we can be easily hypnotized if we are not. And Srila Prabhupada concludes that we have to become a little serious. And he used the word a little serious so like lightly, but we have to come a little serious, where we are at, so that we don't get hypnotized. So I was thinking that was a really powerful word that he used, hypnotize.
Yes. Yes, very much so. In this material world, sometimes we get hypnotized thinking, and he was saying you cannot get a penny more than what you're destined to have. You cannot. And he says our feelings of happiness and distress are due to our body's feelings. We just categorize like that. But the material world is still saying, if we want to be happy, as Mother Gita was saying, we have to take to Krishna consciousness. He said Krishna consciousness is so nice that when one takes to it, he or she never loses. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, everyone that you meet, you preach to them and get them, induce them to take to chanting the holy name. Then he also said, if one takes to Krishna consciousness, and even by chance he falls down, his next birth will not be degraded. Anyone who's associated with devotees, he cannot give it up. It's like that. And he gave an example, one example, then I just have other people talk if they want to. Hot sugar juice. So the heat may be from Maya, make it uncomfortable, but a devotee that has tasted the sugar juice of Krishna consciousness knows that the sweetness is there. Therefore, even if they're challenged by heat from Maya, they still want to taste that sugar juice. It's not going to go away. They remember how sweet it tastes. So they cannot give up Krishna consciousness. But Krishna is very, 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 very kind. And even if we fall down, the next life will be arranged so that we can come back to Krishna consciousness, especially in the case of Mangala Thakur, as he gave an example. But anyway, that's some of my takeaways. Other devotees want to speak up, please unmute yourself and join in the fun. Hare Krishna. Don't be shy to speak up or ask a question or bring up something for discussion.
Another point that I really liked how Srila Prabhupada was saying that when he was mentioning in his lecture, Srila Prabhupada said that when he was speaking to Devananda, how to see Krishna and everything, and then he was mentioning the seed. When you put a seed in the ground and it grows into a tree, and you were saying how magnanimous the Lord is. And I was realizing what Srila Prabhupada is teaching us is to see the magnanimity of Krishna that no one has ever, from a seed to a tree, from, a piece of, like from a wood to a whole house, like there are so many things that, that everything, meaning that the originating source is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then, and I was really, and when Srila Prabhupada was mentioning that, I was thinking about Ram Babu's point that he mentioned a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, in one of the classes, where he said that, in today's times, young people, children, today's age, we need to teach the children to respect Krishna's property. And then I was thinking, wow, it's so much in line with what your Prabhupada is saying here, that it's like, okay, you see this, everything is coming from the Lord, and then we have to teach our children how to respect everything that's coming from the Lord as Krishna's property. So I was really appreciating.
Please mute
Honey,
yourself.
you can mute on your hand, Amma. You can mute the devotee on your side.
Okay.
Yeah, you have that thingy.
It's iPhone 13. Okay.
Yeah. So I was just really I shouldn't say appreciating, that's not the right word, but it was such a strong reminder for us to actually see how the Lord is in everything, and how we have to remind ourselves to see the Lord in everything, and to teach the upcoming generation to really respect Krishna's property, so yeah, that was one point that I would like to also share. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
It's very nice that you were able to remember some things Rambabu said sometime back. Very, very, very important. More takeaways. Pandavas went through so many problems, but still their love for Krishna even increased. How is that possible? Your Papa said to you, laughing about it. He said Krishna attracts like that. And devotees, we should think that when we go through some material problems, that we actually deserve 100 times more chastisement for previous life things that we've done. Tatenu Kampa Shikshamano, we quoted that one, the Lord Brahma's prayer, that a person that's going through difficulty materially, but still is very much attached to Krishna consciousness and executes Krishna consciousness of devotional service with still great enthusiasm despite what is going on. That person has become liberated. Liberation is their rightful claim. So it is in the Shastra like that. So we have to do our part, surrender to Krishna. Then he gave an example when we're in the well, we can't get out. It's difficulty. Please get me out. Please get me out. We're shouting, or when somebody, spiritual master gives you a rope, that can pull us out. That can be used to pull us out, but we have to grab onto the rope. So he says we have to surrender to Krishna. If we surrender to Krishna, then Krishna will do it, the rest. So like that. So even when somebody could not complete, it says Vibhamangala Thakur was in Baba Bhakti stage in his previous life, but he fell down. And in the next life, he went to a prostitute, became a girlfriend. He was always going to a prostitute. In bad weather, he still went to the prostitute. And the prostitute said, if you had that much attraction for Krishna, like you're doing coming to me, you'll be most fortunate. And because he was a devotee in his previous life, Krishna consciousness awakened, and immediately he left. After the prostitute's place, he went straight to Vrindavan. We know he's written so many Krishna consciousness poems and so on. Mangala Thakur became extremely, extremely, extremely important to the Krishna consciousness movement. So many realizations that he's put on paper. So much is there we cannot lose when we're in Krishna consciousness. And that should be clear. So we should stay with it and also try to get other people to come to Krishna consciousness so that their connection to Krishna can be also awakened. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, Srila
A wonderful lecture by Srila Prabhupada. I was just thinking on the point, even the Pandavas, they get so much sorrows and miseries in their life, but still they were attracted and loving Krishna. So I was just thinking how much power the Krishna consciousness has. Even though we get the opposite result, we still are more attracted towards Lord. Because if you consider in the material world, if someone get opposite, he will be hating that or going away from that thing. But in Krishna consciousness is opposite result. Even though they are suffering their life, they are loving more to Krishna. So I was just thinking the power of Krishna consciousness, even though it's opposite result, but it increases
Yes,
love. Yeah.
yes, Krishna consciousness is food for the soul. So when the soul gets awakened, then definitely our real person now is connecting in the right source, in the right place. Thank you for the very nice realization and comments from it. Mother Gita, it's nice to see you. Your hand up again, your electronic hand is up again.
Yes, I know. I wanted to say I was so happy to meet Nitya Gopal Prabhu and Rukmani Mataji in Baltimore. Thank you.
Oh, that was very nice. Yes.
And they were happy
yes.
to meet you too, Mother. Go ahead, Nitya Gopal.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the blessings, Mataji. It's very rare opportunity and fortunate soul get to meet with you and get the blessings for the auspicious occasion. Thank you so much for blessing us, Mataji. We really appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Hare
then
Krishna.
and then we get a comment from Saurabh saying that I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to meet Mataji, by the way. So Mother
Well,
Gita,
was he
you
there
have-
too?
No, he didn't
No,
go.
no,
He didn't know that
okay.
she was going to be there, but I think Mother Gita, you'll have to make another trip to the East Coast, like our area again soon.
If that comes, it was nice to meet you in the last Baltimore Theater, though. That's the first time I actually met in
No,
person.
it was
too.
Philadelphia Rath Yatra.
Philadelphia. I said Baltimore. Okay, yeah, it is Philadelphia.
Last-
Yeah, it was Philadelphia Theater.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll definitely make a special trip to Harrisburg. Haribo.
And Mother, we have a driver. He just volunteered that he will drive you. So no problem, Mother.
Drive me from Atlanta.
Well,
No.
to the temple. Yeah, then it will be a long drive, Mother. He said that wherever you land, he will drive you from the airport to the temple.
Oh, that is so very kind. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mhm.
So Saurabh, you
No.
on the driver list.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are there anyone more comments, takeaways, questions for this lively discussion? A little bit after 9. If there aren't any, we thank you all for listening and improving the Krishna consciousness by the lectures from Srila Prabhupada, and then having a nice discussion after that, even on a personal level, which is even nicer. The Woody Association that way. And now we know what's going to happen in the future. Mother Gita is going to come to Harrisburg. So, all right. So, whatever that time.
Mercy, mercy, mercy.
Yes. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vaishnava Thakur ki jai. Gaura Pramanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Gaura Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Gaura Srila Prabhupada.